Open here at the Norbreck. I am Brycey, and joining me for this game is the wonderful Chris Tung.
That's a nice introduction considering what we've been talking about. You know, I was expecting something like a little bit nasty, if anything, because I haven't taken them out of the whole crucible.
Yeah, you tried to do a really bad impression of me.
No, it was actually quite good.
No, it wasn't.
Can you go on?
Anyway, more importantly, this game, we've got a big game coming up. It's going to be Millenium Youth going up against Enraged. I think that's the correct thing there. But basically, it's got B-Sport Josh in it, and we're interested to see how he gets on.
You know what? I casted over them yesterday, and if anything, sorry, Josh, he was probably not even remotely their best player.
Yeah.
Lewis, for me, has been playing fantastically well, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes in this game. Dave also had a fantastic match as well, so we'll see how he goes in this one. I think this is going to be a tough test for them. I'm going to go straight off the bat with predictions. I think that they're going to walk away with it, actually. B-Sport Josh's team Enraged.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because B-Sport was tweeting before this game.
And he said they were going to lose.
Yes, he did. He said every time we've scrimmed them, we've lost on our own host, so he's not fully confident going in. Whether that will play a part, we don't actually know. I mean, there are some good names. I mean, both these teams, Millenium Youth did really well yesterday. We kind of cast over them. They trounced a few people. The other team, probably kind of more familiar to the actual people at home. It's got Lewis, I mean Dave. It's actually got some serious players in there. Yeah,
and there's two squads in your team. Just quickly rectified by our production. We got you. It's all right. Yeah, Millenium taking on Enraged. Carbon really is the guy to watch in Millenium. Obviously, I mean, obviously the most well known in the team. But the guy he emulates his bigger brother Kataga's gameplay in a way. He's fast, he's furious, he can pull off these plays, and somewhat inconsistent. So, pretty much exactly the same. But anyway, on board with Carbon, picks up first skill, then just eventually go down. And a decent start for Enraged, actually, Millenium getting the first points on them.
We're on board with Josh at the moment, picked up his first skill, looks to get into the half and has managed to do it as well. Just holding off the rest of his team will now try and slay around him and keep on the line. It's like being in the eye of a storm there. When you're on one of these middle half points, you can hear all the firepower going on between you, and you're just looking to see the first person who's going to peek in and take you out.
Yeah, it's just one of those sort of who's going to make the first move and who can actually capitalize on that move. But that's a really good flank by Dave. Picks up two there. And that's really going to break things open, and he should be able to get some points on the board for his team. But even so far, it's only 45 seconds gone because, with this middle half point is one of them. It's hotly contested, but nobody really gets anything significant from it. But moving on to Turtle, it's another one of those ones where it can be a bit frantic. But if you can get locked down and push out the spawns a little bit, you can get some good points on this one. Let's see, it's actually going to be Enraged first guys there. Josh inside the hard point, currently 2 and 2. What can he do from this position? It does go down to Pasty.
That's a hell of a rotate actually from Enraged. All four of them pretty much hitting the hard point at the same time allows them to flood it out. However, they have lost the next set of kills. They are going to end up having to break it again. Josh will pick one up. Super weak goes in the lobby. Will go down as well, but it has opened up a little bit here.
It seems like Enraged is just running in one by one here. They're not necessarily pinching together at all. It really was just a stream of bullets they're running into one by one. It really didn't work out for them at all. Sakid is in a really good position there. Picks up two. Dave and Josh go down quickly, and Kamizi is going to clean up on the gullet as well. So really good start by Millenium here. 54 and rising. Just to Enraged 80.
You know what?
Yeah, they're pushing out. Look how far they are actually pushing out there, and it's actually doing a lot of work for the team. They're just leaving that one guy in there and pushing further out. It's giving just pushing Enraged back. Kamizi come around with
none of them have died in so long. None of them. Finally, Carbon goes down, but they were all on streaks there. Kami is currently on an 8 streak. He's going to get shot in the back though.
Yeah, he doesn't actually go down. It's good work by Enraged just to get that early rotations here. Right, let's just cut our losses. Let's try and get a hold of this one. But this one's another one of those ones where it can be really contested.
It's difficult to get the time on this hill. We're on that fast. He's trying to hold that back spawn for his squad, not able to do it. Kami though has to spawn up with him. And there's still a big fight going on. It does look like Enraged are holding it from within. And they're somehow rebuffed them so far, but now Millenium will slide them out.
Yeah, Millenium broke through very well. It just seemed to be outslayed. You know what, I've seen Enraged go against SUVs today. They completely outslayed them, and if they can start getting a few kills on the board, they may be able to catch up. In fact, they are. It's definitely not as bad as it was. 78 to 43, very close game still.
Yeah, I mean, they've actually got a lot of time back here, and I wasn't really expecting Enraged to pull off this much time, especially with how the slaying actually went here. But that scrap time will do them wonders if they get that as well. They're hitting the rotate at the same time. Now, this next hill, it's actually quite important to have mid-control because you do not want to get flanked when this battle goes down. So you want to make sure you've always got someone, which is what Lewis is doing now. He's making sure nobody's pushing past his teammates, but somebody has actually done it. And who's that? It's Kami. Kami's behind him, or is this in the corner?
He's slipped by and he's cleaned up Lewis there. Kami goes in, tries to make something about it, though it does take down Gullet as well. do anything for his team here. The rest of his team actually just arriving when there was actually somebody from Enraged just cleaning them up as they walk in. It's actually Dave, so Carbon, what can he do about it from this position? Needs to make that kill. Not quite going to happen for his team either. And it is actually Enraged in a little bit of control, but the flank is actually going to come around from Millenium. They're pushing around the other side, so now it's going to be hard for Enraged to push themselves back in there, but they do actually have control. Going to get a couple of points on the board. 1 kill for Gullet before it goes down.
Report going in, he's looking to try and hold this. And right now, you're actually seeing a lot better coming in from the Enraged squad. They were being massively outslayed to begin with, but they've managed to hold their own on the last 2 Hauppauges.
Yeah, they're really starting to heat up.
Yeah, bringing that back, and we've actually seen very few points gained from the team of Millenium on the last 2, but this is Money Hill. This is where a team can either go way ahead or catch up.
Yeah, and it's really about getting set up and set up quickly, because it's not very far from the previous Hauppauge. You just need to watch all the entrances, and you know, I mean, it makes it sound easy, but it's really not. But if you can get it locked down, you get a lot of points on this one. It's currently Millenium, the guy sitting in there, but it has just been swapped over. Enraged have jumped through Cammy, just about misses the jump there. Is he actually going to be able to kill? Yes, Gullet does go down, but Dave making another 2-piece there. Is he going to make it a 3? Yes, he is. Cammy's gets shut down, and Dave holds that down for Enraged. Does go down himself, puts some good points on the board, and we've got a close game here. Bryce, even Carbon coming in with a 3-piece of his own. He's really upping things up. Dave coming back in there, trying to do something about it. Picks the 2 as well, and currently Enraged are trying to get themselves back in there, but the 3-piece by Carbon really opened things up for Millenium.
They've managed to slay them all out. There's only one person left in the hill. It will now be Enraged to be able to get in. And they've got a decent enough setup. They should be able to hold this for the rest of the time. It will be close going into the second set of rotations, but Millenium will have the lead still off the back of that second Hauppauge.
Yeah, but really well done by Enraged to actually catch back up, because I mean, they were around probably 50 or 60 points down. Now it's only around 20, so they really have a better 3 minutes after the previous beginning 2 Hauppauges. So they've got themselves up. We've got a bit of a game on here. Brycey, 20 points is the difference to the halfway mark. Let's see when Enraged didn't potentially catch up. They are getting kills on the board now. It just seemed as if they weren't filling any of the kill feed in the previous half. And at this moment in time, they are actually doing that. So they do try and level things up. They're not far off.
Holding now, trying to get these points back. I mean, the way they brought this back, Infused really are now. Enraged is starting to really slay out. And you can actually see it equaling up in the slaying department as well on the scoreboard. Still slight advantage to the guys from Millenium, but there's that lead. Looks like it's about to all tie up with Josh still getting that point. It's so close going into this here, and realistically, if you're Enraged, you'll be sitting there going, we cannot allow that to happen on Turtle again. I think it was something like 18 to 20 kills were unanswered by Enraged for Millenium.
Yeah, I mean, if you know, if every single member of the team is really coming in there with kills, then it's going to be hard for your team to come and get some points. And you know, really showed in the points that Millenium got from that Turtle Hauppauge. And you know, they've lost that little lead that they had, but now they're still in the lead. As we move on to this one, it's a bit more quiet, but it is Enraged with the control, and it just seems as if Millenium are stacking up here to try and get in, but it's not going to work for them. Enraged going to take 3 of them down, so Millenium going to have to take their time again. And I think that's
Dave
what
doesn't do anything here. I keep expecting him to peek somebody, but his teammates are doing a really good job of protecting him and just allowing him to have that space. Right now, though, you can see they still managed to slay them out. This is a big kill, actually, for the guys in Enraged now. They've held this.
Millenium have done the exact same thing as what Enraged did last time. They seemed to stack up at the beginning there, but as soon as it went down where 3 kills came to Enraged, then they started going in 1 by 1. It just does not work if you do that. You really just need to work as a team and pitch in at the same time, and then you can cause some havoc. Yeah, okay, you need a bit of luck here and there, but the kill's actually going to come in from Zeke. Does pick up 2, one of his own team, but is he actually going to be able to hold things down? Yes, he is. Zeke wipes out nearly every single member of Enraged and make that the 4th from Zeke, and he's going to clean up at the very last, but a little bit too late for Millenium as they do actually go behind. Until Hauppauge seems to be the one that's the difference for these 2 teams.
It certainly is. What we saw, big scrap going on last time round, and for me, Enraged actually had more people, more points on the next 2 hills as well, and that's going to be playing in the mind of the guys in Millenium as they went so far ahead. But since that point, they've actually only gained around 50 to 60 points in the last 4 rotations.
Yeah, Enraged are really heated up there. With Josh top of the leaderboard for his team, 6 captures to his name. Leading the charge here. Oh, does get shut down though. Carbon coming in there with a jump shot. 2 kills for him, and it's actually going to be Millenium. Get some points on the board. They'll be disappointed after a very good start. We're behind by about 30 with only 2 minutes to go. We're going to have a close game going into the final 2 Hauppauges, but it is actually going to be Enraged cleaning up once again. Carbon and Go really need to get in there and get some points here, because the lead is slipping away. Enraged very much in the lead now.
They most certainly are, and this is the hill that's going to make the difference. They really cannot afford to go into Money Hill this far behind. They cannot afford to be late for the scrap time. They cannot afford to bank on a perfect hold. So few teams have ever managed to do it. I think one of the ones that I watched was Edson, like way at the start of the game, managed to hold a perfect 60 on the final hill. it's not something you can rely on. It's not something you want to do.
It's been one of those things that's adapted as the game went on. You know, at the beginning of the game, it seems to be one of those things where everyone could actually hold it down, but the window at the side is being utilised a lot more, and that seems to be the break-in point that people seem to adopt now. But moving on to this, it is actually Enraged in the lead, and not getting points on the board. Millenium do have some sort of control, around 30 behind or so, with a minute and 20 to go. Yet. That kill's going to go down in the kill feed in the bottom left-hand side corner, but currently it is actually going to be Carbon going down. Lewis takes him out, but once again, Millenium seems to be the guys that are there every single time the kills are coming in, but it always seems to be Millenium last one there. But here we go, Carbon. He's going to have to prevent them from getting some points on the board.
He needs the scrap time, but they're late to the rotate. This is going to be killer for them. As you can see, Enraged are now going to stack up, and they know they have to hold for about 20 seconds here. That's the points they need. If they can get it, it's impossible for the other squad to come back. Yeah, Enraged did that really, really well. Early rotation, they know they're in the lead. They can just trade the points backwards and forwards. But it's actually Millenium who are going to make the kills. Lewis is left all on his own, not going to be able to do anything about it. It's going to be Zeke inside the half point, and Millenium have control. Around 20 points is the difference. 35 seconds remaining. Bryson going right down to the wire here. On board with Zeke, goes down. Dave gets the kill onto him, but it is going to be Millenium still in control. It's very, very close. Needs to stay like that. Carbon will go down. Zeke trying to reinforce, but I think it's there either as well. They're just not able to do this, and I think it's pretty much done, and it is. I'm fairly certain that is game over, and it will be Enraged to take map number 1. Millenium, like I said, you cannot rely on holding that last hill anymore. It is a money hill, but if you cannot bring it at least equal, it kind of makes you play rack. And there you go. I mean, Zeke drops 45 to 27 for the loss. If anything, they definitely outslayed them. I mean, you know, but obviously it's not always about the Slayers, and Enraged will be happy with that one. They just seem to hold it down for a little while. After the first 2 hard points, it really looked like Millenium's game straight off the bat. I mean, it was very good control. They were outslaying them. But sometimes it's just not enough. You need to hold down the points for a significant amount of time. And, you know, it just seemed as if Enraged did that a lot better, and they will lead the series 1-0. They most certainly will. Well, let's see if they can continue that lead after the break. Join us in just a few minutes.